Well, we are about a $50 cab ride away from Midtown Manhattan at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford. Today we've got a Week 8 matchup on tap here, as it'll be the Denver Broncos taking on the New York Jets. Hi again, everyone. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you look at this Jets ball club. They were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together in every phase. Good offense, good defense, and some key plays on special teams. Let's see if they can get that second win in a row.
Meanwhile, for the visitors, Broncos. They have certainly got it rolling of late. Winners of 6 in a row.
And it's simple. The more you win in the regular season, the more likely you play at home in the postseason, and that can take you deep into January.
And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. So now here comes the Jet offense as they get ready to take over. They'll be led out by the #1 overall pick in the 2018 draft, the Oklahoma Sooner, Baker Mayfield.
And they are in rhythm on offense because of him. I mean, right now he's got everything going the way he wants to, finding the receivers the way he wants to, looking over defenses. No interceptions is the number I lock in on. The 4 touchdown pass isn't so bad either.
Yeah, what a game he had last week. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. 2nd down. We can look at this Bronco defense. They're going to be tough to throw on, no doubt. Currently ranked 3rd in the NFL against the pass.
Yeah, defending the pass hasn't been an issue for them. It's been stopping the run. And if they don't stop the run, they can't get back to their strength, which is guarding against the air attack.
Mayfield looks to throw. And he will find his man on the outside. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That's good for a Jet first down, a gain of 13. They go play action. Mayfield. Blitz coming, and down he goes. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up 2nd. So a great play there for this highly regarded linebacker, making his first career sack.
And his versatility on display right there. Look, we've known him primarily as a tackler and a cover man, but he can go get the quarterback when the situation calls for it, as he just did right there.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Mayfield. Well, a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
Their partner guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make 3rd down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big 3rd down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
Pressure comes, and down goes Baker Mayfield. Jalen Carter make that now 8 6 sacks for him on the season.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. A big boot that time. 57 yards the official distance. And the Broncos take over. First down and 10. So now we'll get a look at the other offensive unit as they come out for their first possession. Leading this unit will be the big arm man out of Texas Tech. 10th pick in the 2017 draft, Patrick Mahomes.
And what a first half of the season he's had, leading the NFL in passing yards to this point. It's been a tough man to slow down. So this defense certainly has its work cut out for him.
The numbers for Hall in last week's ball game. North of 100 yards, the 2 scores. And, you got to give a lot of credit to the O-line. We talked a lot about him, but offensive line was good, too.
They're obviously in sync with each other, whether it's zone blocking, power running game, no matter what. He understands how to read them and find the creases that they provide.
And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Here comes third and about a foot.
Yellow!
Mahomes quickly complete out wide. And he will have a Broncos first down as that'll be a pickup of about 5 as they convert on 3rd and inches. The Broncos at 6-1 now through 7 weeks of the season. And they have certainly got it rolling as of late. Winners of 6 in a row.
And I think this is where, as a head coach, you show your team some trust. Instead of just talking about winning, the very next game, you point out to them, we're on a nice run here. And if we keep doing this, we'll be playing at home in the postseason. And we know that could ride us all the way to the Super Bowl if we get that done.
2nd and 9 from the 44. Here's Hall again. And only a couple there as they'll take this up to the 47. When you talk about this Jets defense, against the pass, they've had some issues, ranked number 23 in the NFL right now.
And those are the kind of plays that this unit needs to make because they know that going against a team of this magnitude and the way that they're playing, they cannot afford to let them get on a roll or chip away at their timing.
And he will have a Broncos first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. We got to like what you're seeing from this offense here on the first drive. A nice, sustained series to begin the game that will continue after picking up another first there.
Would you say the word methodical comes to mind? I love the execution. I love what they're doing on this drive. They're controlling the ball, controlling the game, controlling the clock.
Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. This defense for the Jets, they were strong last week, CD, and that went over New England.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there, and they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. 9th play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long. From midfield, here's Mahomes. Looking left side, he's got it, complete. And he can only get this to the 42-yard line, and that is not near enough. So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And the Broncos, the first to grace the scoreboard. It's 3-zip. Well, in a close game like this, obviously you want the touchdown, but certainly they will take the 3.
And they'll be okay with that, but let's throw a little credit to the defense as well. And I'm just glad this doesn't come down to a debate, right? Which side won, partner? Because the defense, hey, we didn't give up a touchdown. The offense, hey, we put 3 on the board. Either way you look at it, I think both sides gained something out of that drive.
2nd quarter now from MetLife Stadium. The Jets with the football here as they get set to start their drive with a 1st and 10. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest, you get a chance to heal up and kind of, do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down. Now Mayfield. He'll try and do this himself. And he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the 1st down marker. Out is Rigoberto Sanchez on 4th down to punt this thing. This is taken at about the 14. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And they will take over 1st and 10. The Broncos offense and their quarterback coming out for their 2nd drive. And he's an early front runner for MVP in the NFL here in the first half of the season. As you can see, he's a league leader in passing yards at this stage of the game. They're looking for Jefferson, but this is intercepted. Now he's free at the 35. And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line. And, Charles, that's now 4 interceptions over his last 3 halves of football because, remember, he threw 3 picks last week.
Starting to wonder if maybe defenses and those coordinators have identified something on tape with what he's doing, maybe a movement, maybe the way he's moving his shoulders. Who knows what it could be? You can have a few tells out there that they're keying in on and allowing defenses to get to the football a little bit faster. People steal signals. Maybe sometimes they can figure out what the quarterback's doing just by his movements.
Here's Mayfield. This is caught by Addison. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. 23 yards, the final tally.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
They'll give it to Nixon. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Joe Mixon, his 8th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Jets have taken the lead. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Mahomes going to throw. And this is caught by Evans. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And that will bring up 2nd down. Out of the gun, they'll run it with Hall. And he'll make it only to the 43, a gain of 2. The completion on 1st didn't get much, and now the run on 2nd doesn't get a whole lot either.
Well, if you're a good play caller, you've already looked ahead and anticipated this type of situation. Already down in his play sheet, trying to dial up a big 3rd down play.
And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there, and now 4th down. He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And out of bounds, sailed over, looked like right near the pylon. This one's going to be perfect. Directional kicking at its finest, right down at the 1-yard line. Throwing, Mayfield. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 20. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a first down.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
Addison hauls it in. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. The Jet passing game in rhythm. They've got another first. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
At the 32-yard line.
Mixon with a first down carry. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first. 2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3 our score. Mayfield to throw it. This will be taken in by Michael Pittman. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
First and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Mixing up the middle. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
I think we all suspected that they were going back to him after he found the end zone on his last carry. And they kept the positive momentum going there. Another nice run by him.
To throw, Mayfield. Now he'll tuck this and run. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. Well, that's to the left sideline and incomplete. Problems on third down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on third down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get the third down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on first and second down.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
The Broncos going to go on offense now late in this first half. With this slim deficit closing in on the end of the first half, we'll see if they can move this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 out of this drive.
Hey, 57, 57. Hey, Ridway.
Now here's Mahomes. Well, the Jets pressure too much as down he goes. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. Throwing on second and long. Mahomes. And that is incomplete.
And this drive is almost over before it began, thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on first down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Attack!
Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Pass taken in. It's been tied in. Now the Broncos will use their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days, but you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
Mahomes now to throw. Can't get away, and he's taken down. The Broncos in a hurry up, trying to get to their positions and get set quickly. Throwing on second and long. Mahomes. He's got it at the 15. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Mike Evans within sight now of the all-time record for touchdowns in a career. And the Broncos have a chance to tie the game here in the final seconds of the half. And for the extra point, Cameron Dicker. And he'll put it through, and that evens us up at 10 apiece. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it's Mike Evans who caps it with a touchdown reception. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Oh, a good return up past the 30. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And with 10 seconds left, not really enough time to put something together. Mayfield down. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free. And partner, to me, that one was all about timing. If he's there too early, it's going to be a pass interference call. If he's too late, it's a completed pass. He was Johnny on the spot on that one.
And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. Final play of the half, Mayfield. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete. Well, why don't we hold off on the halftime update after all? Seems like everyone's ready to go here for the second half in Week 8 in the NFL. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The Broncos offense and veteran receiver Mike Evans headed back onto the field. And he's been the go-to guy in this offense throughout the first half of the season. As you can see, he's the NFL's leader in touchdown catches. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Well, the first half, very even. I mean, really, in all facets, this ball game tied, Charles. So as we start the third quarter, curious to see what the second half brings us.
Certainly am. I'm with you on that one. And we all know a lot of coaches from the NFL all the way down to the Pee Wee level. They love to spin it to their teams. Hey, we're starting a brand new, shorter ball game. It's all even. Let's go out and seize it. This is ours.
Now Mahomes. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. First target, first catch, and a first down.
The Broncos first down.
They go play action. Now Mahomes. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
It's second down and 10.
Throwing now is Mahomes. Airing this one out for Evans. This is caught inside the 5. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line.
When you get into the second half of a tie ball game, you start realizing that every play takes on a bigger significance, and this is pretty significant right here. This is where you start putting the pressure on that secondary, and that's a job well done there.
After the big play, a chance to finish now on first and goal. Here's Mahomes to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver. A great effort there. His second touchdown on the season. And the Broncos have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the second half. Extra point up and good by Dicker. And that makes it a 17-10 score. And here's Dicker now as he'll send this one away. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. So here's the Jets offense now as they get ready for their first possession of the second half. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here. They start matching them point for point, but it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
From the gun to give to Mixon. And he'll have the Jets first down. His good running gets him to about the 44.
That's a good, nice, crisp run for a first down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
Mayfield. Over the middle, complete to Addison. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. 17 yards for the Jets there as they've got themselves a first down.
Jets, first down. First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Working out of the gun, Mayfield. And he's got his man in stride, complete. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play. And that's going to bring up second down.
Second and 3 at the 33-yard line.
They'll look to throw. Complete to Addison on the out route. So he'll be stopped here for no gain. And this will wind up being a 3rd and 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Going to the air again with Mayfield. And this is going to be incomplete. Well, the passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
So the response to that touchdown on the other side to begin the third quarter. Look, just 3 points, but still a response nonetheless.
You're exactly right about that, because I think you needed to answer back with something, even though it's not 6. just enough to send a message that says, hey, we're not going away.
The visitors' offense and their wide receiver getting set for this next possession. And you see the numbers for him into this third quarter. They just pop off the screen. He has been open throughout. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown their last time out. Looking to repeat that. Charles's defense, they were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other. An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on third down as that was not an easy one to hold on to. The Broncos send out their punter now as he'll kick it away for the second time. Taking it about the 16. And he'll take a shot at the end of that one, and they'll begin right there. Call it a 48-yard punt. Give them 9, though, on the return. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10.
180!
Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And he'll get this up just shy of the 30.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Back to Mixon on second down. And he'll have a Jets first down as he'll get this up to about the 42. Give him 12 yards there, and the Jets have a first. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here at MetLife Stadium. It's Jet football, but they trail here as we start the fourth quarter. The toss here completed to Pittman. The gain of 5. And it'll be second down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You're tackling almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on second down.
Brings up 3rd and 4.
The Jets on third down. A pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Mayfield looks to throw. And it'll find the open man. That's complete. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 34-yard line. Give them 18 on the play. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 34.
180!
Inside handoff to Nixon. And some strong running there as he's down just shy of the 20 on the edge of the red zone. 74 yards rushing here for Mixon. He's got a first down.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
Back to Mixon on first down. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10.
He'll get that complete to Parkinson.
Now it looks like we've got a Bronco that's banged up on the play. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. Out of the huddle now for play number 9 on this drive. This is 3rd down and 8.
180. Done.
Now Mayfield. And this will be caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. Michael Pittman from 19 yards away. And the Jets have moved out in front here in the 4th quarter.
Extra point by Patterson, up and good.
And that gives them a 3-point lead.
Broncos 17.
Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. This offense making its way back out, led by their wide receiver. And he's had some kind of game. They made it a point to get him involved early, and it has paid giant rewards to this stage of the game.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go.
We certainly have a good one on our hands. They're trailing after that last touchdown, but now a chance for this offense to try to snag that lead right back here in the 4th quarter.
And all the way down to the 24-yard line. A huge play there for Denver. 49 yards.
Well, this is where an offense needs to show what it's made of, and in fact, where a quarterback needs to show what he's made of, trying to engineer a 4th quarter comeback, and he hits a big one right there.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10.
On 1st and 10, it's Hall.
And he's going to get this one down inside the 15. Give him 10 yards on the pickup. And that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here.
Attack, attack.
To throw, it's Mahomes. And this is going to be intercepted. Carlton Davis picks it.
And the Jets are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive.
Another important 4th quarter series coming up. That last INT helping to maintain their slim advantage.
And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. Here's Mayfield. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And from the 15, they're able to work this up to the 20 for a pickup of a handful. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. He'll look to throw. And the Broncos get there and take him down. And that'll bring up 4th down on the big sack with a loss of 5.
Well, it's been a little bit of feast or famine because he's thrown for decent yardage, and obviously they've got the lead, Charles, but now he's been sacked 4 times.
And what I'm focusing on is his toughness in the pocket. Because you mentioned the feast or famine part, he's played well in between being dumped on his back. But every time he's had a chance to throw the football, he's been impressive.
As Sanchez on to punt here as he sends this one away.
This is fielded at the 27. When it's said and done, it's a 58-yard punt. And out will come the offense as they take over.
The Broncos offense and Patrick Mahomes headed back onto the field. And this defense might be about ready to wave the white flag. Nothing they have tried to throw at him has been that successful. He just processes things so quickly and makes a right read seemingly every time. Here's 1st and 10.
Yellow.
Mahomes to throw it. They'll set up the screen for Hall.
Well, he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28.
Oh, I know it goes against the grain here. Totally goes against it, but you've got to drop the ball in that situation. He makes a catch, but he loses yards and doesn't get out of bounds.
They'll come up now. This is 2nd and long.
Hey, 43, 15.
Here's Mahomes.
Oh, and a heck of an effort there as he'll make the diving catch.
Plenty of time and 2 timeouts still at their disposal. 1st and 10 here. Mahomes.
And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Incomplete. Brings up 2nd and 10.
Attack!
Mahomes. And Mahomes will do it himself.
And a catch right side by Evans.
And he's going to get out of bounds with the 1st down, so that's going to double their pleasure for sure. They get the 1st and save a timeout.
Well, they got the yardage they needed there. Picked up the 1st down, got out of bounds. How about the urgency that they have, as well as they understand where they are on the field?
Mahomes.
Oh, he's thinking end zone for Evans. And this is caught. Touchdown. And they've taken the lead here in the final minute.
What a game this has been, and what a drive that was, Charles, to take the lead here late in the 4th quarter.
And, partner, that's a job well done by everyone, from the players to the guys calling the plays. And if I may introduce just one downside to the mix, might be a little bit too much time left. Enough on the clock for a final last-ditch effort to try and steal this win away.
Dicker down to tack on the extra point.
And that will make this a 4-point game. So that drive spanned 5 plays.
And it's Mike Evans who caps it with a touchdown reception. So after the touchdown, here's Dicker out to kick this one off. And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one. The Jets offense and running back Joe Mixon set to take over once more. And he continues to be a nuisance for opposing defenses that are tasked with trying to slow him down. He's currently 2nd in the NFL in rushing. This is 1st and 10. Now Mayfield finding Pittman.
And able to use his stiff arm for a little bit of leverage before he's taken down. A pretty good gain. The Jets are going to use the 1st of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds left to play.
Now he's going to step up and run.
Now Mayfield lost the football. And some space here. It's picked up by the Broncos. And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line.
Well, that simply is a missed opportunity. They're in position. If they take the ball downfield and score, they got a chance to win the game. Instead, they cough it up. I don't think next week at practice is going to be a whole lot of fun for him.
On the other side, no bigger time to force a turnover. And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it.
And that touchdown, Charles, with very little time remaining, boy, it just sucked any energy and momentum out of the other sideline.
Yeah, take an incredible comeback in the final minute to bring this one back to even. A great series there offensively. They saw an opportunity to slam the window shut, and they followed through.
Extra point try now from Dicker.
And that one pushes the lead up to 11.
makes the score.
Well, the offense wasn't out there for a long time, but they were out there for a good time. One play, and they're able to hit pay dirt.
Now, after the Dicker field goal, he's back out, ready to send it away. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
Mayfield and the offense now. Down by 11, 27 seconds to go. It's an extremely tall order in front of them, but they've got the ball with a first down.
He'll get this one to Pittman. And he'll be brought down after a nice gain, a pickup of 20.
Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock.
Mayfield.
And he will find his big tight end over the middle. The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Here's Baker.
And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left.
Now the question is obvious. Do you try to kick the field goal right here knowing that you need 2 scores? I would be thinking about it if I were on that sideline. Get the field goal now, try and get the touchdown later.
Mayfield. Throw out wide is incomplete.
Well, it looked like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
Now he'll take this and run. And he'll take this for a short gain on what will prove to be the final play of this ball game.
Well, this was a very close ball game at halftime, Charles, but in the second half, that offense kind of kicked things into another gear, and they were able to pull away for the victory.
Yeah, Brandon, I think they're the type of team that just looked in the mirror and said, hey, ton of pressure on, but we're the type of team that can flat out handle it. They stood up with confidence, and made it happen for a victory.
So for the Broncos,
they moved to 7-1 on the year with the victory.
And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for the Jets, they drop back to 500 now at 4 up and 4 down. And they'll take this loss into
2, 3, 4.
Heartbroken Houston, Texas, couldn't get off the sofa. The thing about depression, you think your life is over. When I was all alone, you came and changed how I feel.